Hi there, welcome back. It's the Planning Psychologist. If you are new here, hi and welcome, and if you're a regular, welcome back. So today we're doing something a little bit different. This video is going to be probably recorded over a number of weeks while I set up my next 6 months in my very, very chunky looking sterling ink TN. As you can see here, it's getting rather fat, but we're halfway through, and obviously I need to set up the next 6 months, so I only set up 6 months at a time in this in terms of pre-planning and pre-logging. So let's get into that and see what we're going to do. So first things first, I need a cover page for 2024. So what I've decided on this time is, okay, so obviously this is where it's going to go. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to put there as a 2023 goodbye yet. We'll work that out at a later stage. But what I've decided on for this is actually a blue piece of paper. This is actually from our wedding 10 years ago now, 10 and a bit years ago. But I found some paper the other day and I really loved it, but I wanted that as a cover, but it was quite boring. So what I've done is I've actually printed out, this was just a freebie. Can't even remember where from. I put some glue over the top and some gold flakes, as you can see, and I'm about to layer that over the top, and that will be my 2024 cover. So how I'm going to do that is that this is actually laminated, and I've done that on purpose because I wanted a hard cover, a hard page for my planner, for my 2024 cover, and that's just to kind of delineate where it is, and so I have a really firm end point in my planner. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the top of that so that it's in line, because I don't want that white bit sticking out over the top, right? And this stuff is actually laminated, and it's on a weird thing that I found. For those of you in Australia at Officeworks, there's a sticky backed laminating paper, so I got that, and that's what I'm going to use in here for my cover. So let's get that putted down. Okay, well, yep, we're good. Yep, all good. Okay, so that is my hardcover now for 2024. So let's just cut that up. Oh, you can see there's a bit of a line there. You can only just see it, but that's okay. I don't mind that. It's not going to look too bad once that other layering bit is on the top. So let's just cut this out. So what's everybody's plans and their planners for 2024? I always see, these huge planner stacks on the planner community at the beginning of the year and all of these things. And I'm one of those creatures of habit who kind of tends to stick to what she knows. Although, in saying that, I do have a Sterling Ink 5-year planner coming this year that I plan on using purely for memory keeping. I'm also a journaler. But I don't journal every day, so all of my books are non-dated. So the 5-year planner will be the only one I've got that's actually dated, but that's, as I said, more of a very quick family memory keeper of what we're all up to. Something to keep for my daughter. Pretty sure she's not going to want to read my journals when she's an adult, but this might be something for her to have a look at and just see what we were up to as a family, that kind of thing. So yeah. Okay, so this vellum is going to go over the top, and I'm planning on using double-sided tape to actually do that. Here, there we go. So I'm going to get that done and dusted. But yeah, so what are your plans? I see ring-bound planners are making a comeback, and I'm going to be controversial and against all of it. I hate rings. I just hate them. I don't like writing in them. They are really cumbersome. I don't like having to move my pages around and all of that kind of stuff. I like book-bound planners. I can write right up to the edge. I don't have rings in my way. For me, this is just the way to go. But, to each their own. I have owned ring-bound planners for a long time. And, it definitely was something that I used when I was younger, especially, even as an adult. But once I moved into a stology, I never know how to say that properly. Is it stology? Is it stology? What is it? Anyway, my point is that once I moved into a ring-bound planner, into a notebook rather than a ring-bound planner, there was no going back for me. And even better, once I found that I could make my own, I found the bullet journal method and figured out that I don't even have to stick to a planner that's already pre-made. That kind of changed the way I planned forever. And I can't ever see me going backwards at all. I do still have a ring-bound planner somewhere around here, and it's literally to house my vellum. It's one of the big TTK ones that I got years ago, and I've just got plastic sleeves in there, and that's all it does. It just houses my vellum. So I don't see me using it for anything else ever. So, okay, so here we go. This is going to be my cover for 2024. Nope, just having to do some vellum surgery. That's the joys of having a TN, unfortunately. Now you have to cut everything down. Next year, or the next 6 months, so July next year, I'm thinking about going into a weeks, but I don't know yet, so we'll have to wait. All right, so there we go. There is 2024 cover in my planner. It's nice and hard, so that all of that lumpy bits, hopefully I can get away from for the next 6 months as well. And that's what that looks like. So the first thing we're doing is we're actually setting up the first 6 months of pre-planning. So that's how that works for me, is 2 pages. So I won't go through the whole lot because it's going to take me forever to actually show you, but we will do 1 page together January, and then I'll quickly do the others, and when I come back I'll show you the completed sets of the whole lot, because honestly it will take quite a bit of time, and you're going to get bored watching me flick through all of that. So I'll show you what it looks like in terms of one that I've done in the past for other months, and then show you doing one. Right, so here is, let's go with November. So here is my important dates, birthdays and things like that. List of my to-dos down the bottom. This is anything that I'm also doing that's not like an important date, like things that are stationary. These are events that I have to remember, usually school stuff and things like that, as you can see. And on this side, this is where I track symptoms and things that I want to do. So I suffer from migraines, so I track my migraines. I also have IBS, I track that, and then my self-care, so exercise and move, meditation and journaling. So this happens every month. So that's what we're going to set up now in this. So this is obviously January. So what I usually tend to do is do a little bit, not very much, decoration in the months. As you can see there, just a little bit of deco, nothing major, just to give me a little bit of something on the page, but not really to do a huge amount there at all. So let's go and do that, and then I can show you what it looks like at the end. So obviously this is January. So the first thing I tend to do is washi tape down. So this is what I've chosen for the month of January. Okay, so do that. There we go. Right. And then this, what I've decided to do this month, so I've got this amazing washi tape, pet tape from the washi tape shop with these little flower vases things. So I've decided to do one each month, just as a little bit of an accent on each page. So here we go. Fantastic. And also just one little washi tape of some sort of script, which is, this one is going to be Hello Sunshine, but I'm not sure where I'm going to put that yet. So first thing first, when I do these pages, is, as you can see over here, I remember all of the pages. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, and then go from there. So generally speaking, I come down from the top a little bit, and usually don't do too far down the bottom, but I'm going to have to watch this side this year, because obviously there's these things down the bottom. So January has 31 days, so let's do that. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Perfect, so I don't have to bump any of that off at all. I still have room to write. I think I might actually just go up one just to get past that there. And I usually do the exact same on the other side just because I need it congruent. So let's just number those so that I know what is happening. So 1, so there you have it. That is my first month done and set up. And what I usually tend to do is I have another plan. This is my master planner, for lack of a better way of putting it. So here's my year at a glance. So I go in here and I fill out everything for everybody's birthdays and everything, and transfer that across to here. Anything important that I needs to come across. And anything that I need to remember for the year, for the month, and I do that for each month. This one I tend to not set up. I do the numbers, but I don't tend to set up because sometimes these change depending on what my needs are or the key changes, so I don't do a huge amount. But that I do every single month, and what I'll do is I'll set that all up off camera so that you guys don't have to sit here and watch every single thing each time, but I'll come back and I'll do a flip through so that you can see how each one looks once it's all filled out and everything. But yeah, so today we managed to do my front cover. I really like that. It's worked out really well. And then here is my January pre-plan. Okay, so I will see you when I come back to show you the rest. So as I said, it's a few days later and I've now drawn up all of the months. So let's have a quick look at those. So how it is that this is what I line down the middle here. This will have my birthdays and anniversaries that I need to remember. These are events and school things that I need to remember. And this side is my tracking, my health stuff, and also my mindfulness and my self-care. So this is how this looks. I've got a key up here, but this tends to change every single month. So I don't fill them in until the next month gets closer. So obviously I filled in January because we're going into January. So this will be something that I will be doing soon. But I won't fill them in for February until we actually start to get closer to February, because some of this stuff, you know, I might need to have to track something different that month. Something else might be important for me, or I might be going away, so I tend not to do this bit. And of course my to-dos is like bills that are coming up and things like that kind of stuff. So let's have a flick through and see what the rest of them look like. As you can see, it's the exact same layout. I tend to keep them really standard for each month. And this is at the beginning of every 6 months. I do this so that they're all clumped together, so that if I do need to go to the doctor or something like that, I can see that. And also it's easy for me to pre-plan for the next week and things. So yeah, these are the first 6 months of 2024. Ready to go. And then here will be my pre-planning for the next plan, the next 6 months as well. So let's see. I'm just going to show you how I fill one of these in. So what I have is what I call my master planner. So it's actually a few videos back you would have seen a cut down Louis Vuitton wallet that I cut and hacked to turn it into my a planner cover essentially. But this is where it houses my year at a glance. So everything in here, as you can see, birthdays and anniversaries and things I need to do. And that gets transferred into this so that I can have it running with me. But this is the master list, for lack of a better way of putting it. So come watch me do January as I chat, and then we can actually do everything else sped up so that you guys don't have to sit here and watch me do the whole thing. Otherwise that's just going to get annoying for you guys. So let's get into it, hey? There's my master planner. Okay, so I use different coloured pens for different things so that they stand out. So this year I've decided to go with
this purple for birthdays, and this for anniversary / celebration type things that I need to remember. So that's that side of my book. And then on this side, as I said, will be things that I need to remember. So one of those things obviously is school holidays. I have a child who is at school, so I need to be very aware of what's going on, and this is one of the best ways for me to do that, because if I do it on a weekly kind of basis, I tend to not be able to remember when things come in. So here we go. They start back at school. It's our big holidays, so they start back at school on the 31st of Jan. So this whole month is holidays. So this is my colour for my to-dos, but also for school holidays. So there we go, hey. So just a line there. Just making sure that that's dry before I smudge it. Okay, and then my to-dos are also there, and there's nothing in January that I need to remember to do at this point. So there's nothing there. Okay, so that's how my month layout looks. So I'm going to get on with this and then come back to you guys once I have a bit more in here, so that you don't have to watch the whole thing just happen the whole time, which would just be annoying for you. Okay, here we go. So there you have it. That's my 6 months planned out with just the basic things: school holidays, pupil free days, public holidays, things like that, as well as people's birthdays and anniversaries that I need to have. So this helps me immensely what I'm planning, because this is a quick reference. I don't need to go back to my major planner or anything like that. And then I also will put in things like holidays for us, like going away, camping, and anything important that comes up on this side. Obviously, it's too far into the future to do that. There are some things that I can put in here, like in March, we're actually going away, so I can pop that in there. We're traveling, so we can pop that in there and that kind of stuff. So yeah, so that would be my cover page, and then we go straight into January and the 6 months. I have a floating tab here for that this month that will come across to the other one. Do that. So the next part that I'm going to be doing is this page here. And this page here is my next 6 months. And this isn't so much to put in birthdays or anything like that. But what this helps me do is keep a track of anything, you know, appointment-wise that I have to get up and running. Because otherwise they get lost somewhere. So, you know, if I have to have a 6 month follow-up or something like that, if there's a dentist appointment coming up or something that I need to kind of follow up. So this isn't the same as the other one. It's not as detailed. It's not about planning anything. It is literally me having the 6 months there as kind of a to-do for those 6 months. So anything that comes up will go in here. So literally just 6 boxes across in this section. And then just writing in the months, which I'll do in a minute. And then any to-dos. Sorry. So not a complicated setup for the 6 months. The annual one is probably my longest setup, obviously, because there's a lot more things that I track and a lot more things that I put in for the whole diary. And I'm hoping to do, famous last words, I am hoping to do a 6 month flip through with you so that you get to see my first 6 months and how it's worked in the TN. Sterling Ink Planner, and also to show you how well it's held up or not held up, give you an honest review. I'm not sponsored by anybody, so I'm not gonna blow anybody's horn with that unnecessarily. So I'm hoping to do that for you as well. But yeah, as I said, this is my simple next 6 months in my planner. All of my major trackers are still active for the whole year, but this it just helps me segment 6 months. Otherwise I find that it's just, I don't know, I just prefer it this way, I guess. I don't know what I was going to say then. It helps me what? I don't know. I just like it. Maybe that's all it needs, hey? I just like it, and that's all that there is to it. And that's not a bad thing either. I actually like my planner. I like my setup. I like the way that it looks. So, you know, I'm pretty happy all around with that. So what are we going to do here? We're going to... Maybe I might use a Budinesque pen. I am not great at lettering. Not my forte, in fact. Not a huge fan of my writing in general. So July, August, September. Look, gotta flip this because I can't write upside down. I'm not that skilled. September, October, November, and December. Yeah, so there you have it. That so far is what we are looking at in terms of pre-planning for the next 6 months. So I'm up and running for that. And then here will be my January cover page, which I will do probably a little later on when I do my first week setup and my monthly review. So there you go. That's it. Hope, I know that it was a kind of a weird video, not really something, I don't know, maybe it wasn't. Okay, I'm in a mood, obviously. Everything is or isn't. I think I'm just exhausted coming up to the last week of the year and Christmas and all that kind of stuff. But there you have it, there's my pages. Thanks a lot for watching. This has been haphazard and all over the place and I don't know what I'm doing, but I've gotten it done, it's set up, I'm ready to go for the first 6 months of next year in terms of my monthlies and my cover page, so I'm pretty happy with that. Next week I'm going to have not a huge amount of time to be able to do a lot of this stuff, so I'm trying to pre-plan a little, so I'm not sure when this will be coming out in terms of when I'll have time to video and edit and things like that. But yeah, there you go. Hopefully this was helpful. And if you've made it this far, just remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.